And now, GameDibs.com proudly presents a podcast for gamers by gamers. The Dibcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Carlos.
And Ernie, baby.
Wow, all right. Extended intro.
Oh, yeah.
And we are with GameDibs.com, welcoming you to Dibcast number 4. Is it 4?
I lost count already.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's number 4. Number 4.
Woohoo! 4 with 2.
We're going to make this a quick podcast simply because Matt and Ed, they suck. I know Ed's being a responsible adult and working.
That's dumb.
I know, right? Fucking, trying to have a life. Ugh. And Matt, I don't know, he's jerking off somewhere, I think.
That's also dumb.
When it comes to a podcast, yes. You shouldn't jerk off during a podcast. But
well,
on
you
your
can
free time,
during the podcast.
Gross. Hey, who knows? That could be a first. That could be the very first podcast with somebody jerking off during said podcast.
I really hope none of us decide to try and make this a reality.
If we ask Matt to do it, he probably will, just letting you know. So be prepared for that if we ever ask him to do it.
Don't ask him. I don't even care if he listens to this shit. Matt, we're not asking you.
I might ask him.
Don't do it.
I might.
No.
All right. So to make this easy for us for this quick podcast, we're gonna stick to games. Just games.
Oh, just games.
Just games. And
stuff I know things about.
Exactly, yeah. We'll save the Ernie Knows Sports when we have Ed or Matt with us again. So you're off the hook this week.
Woo!
Yeah. I know you love that game very much. But no, this week, E3 is coming up soon. What is it, like another 2-3 months I think it's coming up?
I want to say that.
Yeah. And I did find a list of possible games that could be showing up for E3. And, I'll list a few of these here and there. Well, it's a short list, actually, so we might be able to go through all of them. And, yeah, we're just going to talk about what could be coming up. Do we want it? Do we not? Yay or nay?
Wow. Just what? Do we want it? Do we not?
Dude, sooner or later, we're going to have a video podcast with all the hand movements and shit that we do. Because, especially half the time when we're explaining to folks, it's like, yeah, and so this and this happens and this happens. And it's like us moving our hands does absolutely nothing for the people that are listening to it.
Basically, our audience gets half the conversation.
Exactly. So eventually I'm going to do a video podcast. Ugh, that'll be a nightmare.
They get to see our ugly faces.
Oh, yeah. And they get to drool over us. Especially you, Arnie.
I'm okay with this.
All right. Starting from the top, some rumored games that could be coming to E3. The next Assassin's Creed called Victory. Victory. No idea what this would be set on, as in which timeline it is. Let's find out if there's anything there. But I mean, I hope that this Assassin's Creed is going to be less buggy and laggy than the previous one. Unity, right?
Yes, Unity. Unity definitely had its moments for how long that they've said they've been working on it, and there was still some issues.
Yeah, it was still pretty fucked up.
It makes me wonder, okay, were you just working on it to make it look good or play good?
Remember, it just depends how pretty it is. That's all that matters.
No, I don't care. You know what? I have officially gotten to the point where you can make something look like 16-bit.
Yeah.
But if it's fun to play, I'll fucking play it.
Exactly. That's why Super Nintendo was so popular, was so great. The games, yeah, some of them were actually pretty. I'll give it that. Some of them were, but they were a lot of fun.
Yes.
And this Assassin's Creed is actually going to be taking place in 19th century London. So.
Victory, Victorian. Oh.
See? I see what they did there.
That's one of the places that I kept seeing people saying they wanted to see Assassin's Creed go.
Yeah.
As Victorian type of London.
Right on.
Which,
right on.
I can see that.
So,
I would still like to, I'm along with a good portion of the population that wants to know why the fuck Assassin's Creed hasn't entered China or Japan. I know they've got the little fucking arcade thing coming. but that's an arcade. I don't give a shit. I want a full-blown.
Full-blown. I'll stop right there, actually. We'll just say full-blown title.
Yes.
I mean, who knows? Eventually, the good thing about these games is it could expand to many different timelines, to different countries. Like, there's like endless possibilities for Assassin's Creed.
And they've pretty much already stated that they're going to continue with it for a while.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're actually going to get into like the more modern day as well, or try like a futuristic type. I hope not.
I know they had kind of... It was an indirect response to it, but it was kind of hidden in one of the game's like little emails. I think it was in Black Flag. You can go around and read just random types of emails when you're in the actual corporate area.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much it was indirectly saying that they're probably not going to do more like a modern type era.
Yeah, because that's why these games are so popular. They're sticking more into the past.
I think it works better.
I think so too.
Because, I mean, it would be cool to see kind of a modern style thing, but for some fucking reason, I think there's just going to be some people out there that are going to be like, oh, you're fucking with our history or something, because they decide to do something with Assassin's Creed, like fucking we murdered some important dude and everyone gets all fucking angry about it and butthurt.
Yeah. The closest thing to like a modern day Assassin's Creed would be what, like Watch Dogs almost, kind of.
Yeah.
That would be
and there's
like the closest.
even a freaking weird little panic about that game. So
yeah.
It's like, oh, that's what the world's turning into. Everyone's
going to be a hacker and everyone's going to take over the world with their phone. I know. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you see someone fucking with their phone and the lights turn off, punch them in the face.
And steal their phone.
Exactly.
And use it for yourself.
There you go.
That's how I think. Another game we actually just talked about before we started recording, Borderlands 3. Well, no, you said that Borderlands 2 was going to be remade. But
yes.
A possibility that Borderlands 3 could be coming up at E3.
That would be kind of cool to see.
I'm excited if that's the case. If it's coming, just to see what new classes they have.
The classes are pretty much what I'm more interested in.
Yeah, exactly. What classes, how the skill tree is going to be looking like this time around. And I don't know, I really enjoyed Borderlands 2 because it was like a lot bigger than part 1, I guess. There was a lot more to do, and it's slowly having that MMO feeling a little bit, where you kind of level up your character while taking on these giant bosses.
And the loot.
And the loot system as well, yeah. And, you have to team up. Like, I've seen some videos where people like solo certain things, but it gets patched like instantly because like some weapon's overpowered or something. But, it almost forces you to really team up, and actually everyone uses a specific skill in order to kill a certain boss. So it's starting to get that MMO feeling. It's not going to be one, I doubt, but,
No, and I don't want it to be.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think that no, it doesn't work for Borderlands.
I like it the way it is.
Yeah. Keep it that 4-player cooperative. Yeah. If you want to start branching into, like, if they're going to make a giant fucking world, then maybe they can expand the amount of players that are going.
Right.
But that means that they're going to have more playable characters than just 4.
That, it's true. Just bring them all back. It's fine.
And the occasional DLC inclusion character.
Yeah. And, I mean, I hope, another thing that I kind of hope for is a little more towards, like, the melee. Have more melee type of weapons, because it's all shooting. Yeah, you get your melee, you get your punch, you get the quick sword with 0 or whatever. That's really it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more melee weapons.
Yeah, getting more up close and personal.
Yes.
That would be kind of fun.
Bring a sword or anything. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just bring more melee. That's what I would like to see.
I think that would actually be kind of cool, because, yeah, like you said, 0 was kind of the only melee kind of character that you could do anything with. And
I got excited when I saw the trailer. I was like, holy shit, I'm going to use him because he's got a sword. And it's just like, you can't really do much with the sword.
No, because everyone's got like a fucking rocket launcher in your face. Or
exactly.
Like, you can't really get up close. And even if you go invisible, then you have to level up 0's entire fucking melee skill tree in order to get anything done.
In order to really be effective in any way possible, pretty much. Next game that I find interesting, there's a lot in this list, but I'm just going to find the ones that kind of stand out for me. Doom. I come in with another Doom.
A remake or?
No, I think this might be Doom 4. What came out? 3?
It would have to be Doom 4.
Yeah. Well, let's.
Because they're on Doom 3 now, but...
This would be. I think it is going to be a Doom 4. Yep, it is going to be a Doom 4.
So it's going to be... I certainly hope it's, just continuing on and not, we're going to do a pre-sequel or some shit like that.
I hope not. I really hate when they're just like, yeah, here comes part 4. It's a fucking pre-sequel. It's like...
Yeah, I hope they don't do that.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited just because it's Doom. I mean, I hope because didn't Doom 3, it had the 4-player campaign, right? Or a 2-player?
I do not remember. I only ever played that game by myself.
Yeah, way to be social. I think it had a multiplayer campaign, I think. I'll have to double check into that, but...
It may have had maybe a 2-player co-op, because I know...
Yeah, because the older ones, they had co-op. I'd like to see that again. Of course, with these next-gen or current-gen graphics, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, of course, these games are going to be a lot freakier now with how realistic shit's going to be.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean...
I love to play games that are listed as, I guess, horror genre.
Yeah.
I love playing them, but no one ever seems to delve into that genre. There's very few companies that have, and have seemed to walk out of it pretty good.
Well, as long as they don't do anything stupid to this game, like make it like every other type of game where you have to have like a fucking jetpack and then you do the whole sprinting thing. It's like all kinds of shit that they've added for all these other games. As long as they don't do that to this game, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
We don't
keep
need
the creep factor in Doom.
Exactly.
Dark corridors.
Keep it scary. Don't make it a fucking run and gun type of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how Doom has been to begin with, but now we're into that area where we can actually experiment with level layouts and lighting, graphics, everything like that.
Exactly.
Make this Doom how I think Doom should have been, which is something that's supposed to keep you on the edge of your seat. That's kind of how I saw Doom 3 going until you started to beef up your fucking character with like a bunch of crazy-ass weapons. Don't get me wrong. I love those weapons. They're great. They add a lot of fun to it. But these guys are freaky looking. Yeah. I want that to be kind of the main thing in this game. Just kind of the scare factor.
Agreed. Next up, Fable Legends. Another fucking Fable game.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to feel about it yet. I'm really not.
I don't even know. I haven't really heard much about Fable Legends. Unless that's the one that's been coming out for a good while.
for a little while, yeah. But Fable Legends, they're kind of going in a...
Yes. Matt just walked into the room. Hey.
Say hi to Matt, everybody.
Yo. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that one. But Fable Legends, at least from what I've read on it so far, it's mostly just been kind of multiplayer stuff that I've been reading on with Fable Legends. Yeah. So, like, their multiplayer mode is a little bit different to how the previous game worked. This one, I guess, you go in as 4 players, kind of part of a team. You can kind of go through an area, adventure through this area, fighting enemies, getting chests, everything like that. Yeah. And there's going to be a 5th player that I guess would be your equivalent of Dungeon Master, because they can basically set up the field a little bit. And they can set traps, spawn enemies, different things like that in the field while the players are playing. So it's a good guy versus bad guy type deal, but it's 4 good guys and the one badass.
So it's like like the game Evolve, but you're playing kind of like Dungeons and Dragons.
From what I've gotten from everything I've read, and from what I've seen as well on their multiplayer videos.
What? That is actually a very interesting concept.
It is. And I mean, it still holds its, comic feel that Fables has always had. Yeah. It still holds that very well. But I don't know, because so far the only thing that they've ever showed is just characters that they've already created that you can play as. So I don't know if you just have these preset characters and you can just change like their outfits or what they're wearing or anything like that, or if it's going to be like previous Fables where you can at least, have your own generic looking dude and you can kind of change.
That's what I would
what
prefer.
he is.
I would prefer to actually customize.
I would too.
Yeah.
And I don't mind, having the preset characters, but if reserve that for like a multiplayer type setting.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to have my own character like Fable has always been that I grow with throughout a solo campaign or whatever the hell they happen to have.
That would be a good idea. And I mean, there's some good possibilities with that too, because, like, I mean, of course, just you can easily just if it's all online, the dungeon master, whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, if you guys are ever playing together, I don't know if it's like a one console type of layout, where all 4 characters are on one screen, or if you're just running around with your character. I mean,
I didn't quite know it. From what at least my impression of it is it's going to be online play when it comes to multiplayer. I don't know. It didn't look like there would be any way that you could actually do a split screen on the game.
All right. So it's still that Fable feel where you're by yourself with your own character type of thing, but you still work together.
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't take that element away.
So far from what I've seen, that still holds true.
Oh.
I hope it still holds true.
I hope so too.
But
I think that would be a fun group up to do in the future.
definitely could be.
Have one of us as the dungeon master, just fucking them everything.
Well, we
else.
know where each other live, so if they fuck with us too much, knock on his door. Hey, I'm killing you.
Yeah. I look forward to that. That's actually a pretty cool concept. I'll have to look more into that game. Next one. This is another possible, maybe Gears of War 4. Ooh.
I stopped playing after 3.
I thought they were done after 3.
There was one more that you play as, what the hell is that blonde-haired dude's name? Baird?
Baird, yeah. Well, that one's like a side where it's like, isn't it like going on during 3? Like
I don't remember.
And I know that one's Gears of War Judgment. That one was whatever.
Yeah.
That was just like a side quest, is what people called it. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I see a possible part 4, but how? I thought the war ended in part 3.
Yeah, I don't know. If there is a part 4 coming, I'm sure they're going to find some convoluted way to continue the war, or maybe there was like some secret that we didn't notice in part 3, or maybe I just don't remember part 3 as much as I think I do.
I will have to go through part 3. But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to start part 4. Maybe something survived and it's like, I'm pissed off now. Fuck humans.
I really fucking hope it's not like that bullshit. Like, he was the best of all them. The
Right.
best of the locusts, and now he's the last one. He's
and now
coming.
he's like going to bang everyone so he can make some more locusts. And
Yeah. God, I hope that, even though it's a little fucking exaggerated, I hope it's not similar to what the hell we just said.
Gears of War 4. Banging.
Rise of the Locust.
Oh, God. If that's like the fucking title, dude, I'm going to be so mad.
Right.
Oh,
Hate
God.
mail all day long. I don't even care if it says the same thing.
And if they use that title, Rise of the Locust, they owe us money. Fuck that.
It's
Stupid.
mine.
Moving along. Everyone knew this one was coming. Halo 5.
Of
Guardians.
course. That was already teased at the last E3, so.
And I'm wondering, because I keep hearing things up and down that it's going to come out this year or it's coming out next year, blah, blah, blah.
I wouldn't be surprised. If anything, if it's not coming out next year, I'd probably say it's probably coming out closer to like holiday seasons.
Yeah. I'd like to see it this year. If it comes out, of course, it'll be like a November release, like always. I hope it comes out. I'm curious as to what they're going to do with it. Because Cortana supposedly died.
Yeah, she's apparently dead.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't played Halo 4. shame
Totally
on
sorry,
you.
guys.
It's been out for 2 years, though, so you can't be mad.
They can be mad. It just doesn't make sense.
And yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If they're going to try to bring her back to life.
I don't want that.
You
No.
want her just dead?
If you're going to kill a character, don't fucking invent a way to bring them back.
It's
That
gonna be some
pisses
little
me off
tiny
more
signal
than
in the middle
anything.
of space, and they'll be like, "Holy shit, it's her!"
Yeah, and like fucking some convoluted. Oh, hey, look, her data was still in part of this mainframe. Oh, we can rebuild her, make her better. This is
a
not the fucking
possibility.
Terminator. All right, let's just. She's dead now. Let's just deal with it. I mean, it sucks. I don't agree that they killed her off. It was an interesting way to do so.
It makes sense with storyline, the way they explained it. I guess how AIs only have a certain amount of lifespan before they.
Yeah, I mean, it works. I don't particularly like it, but whatever. Now, at this point, just keep her dead and just continue with Master Chief. I'm sorry if there's anyone out there saying, like, fuck you or whatever, but that's just my opinion. I hate it when people do that. They kill off a character, and then they come up with some bullshit way to bring them back. Only either A, to satisfy the audience because they realize they pissed off a lot of people.
I'm pissed.
Or, I don't care. Or B, they just want to, complicate a story because they don't know where they're going with it.
I don't know. Long live Cortana 2015. Hashtag. Yeah.
Keep her dead. 2015. Hashtag.
Keep her dead. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be answered. Like, what are they going to do with Cortana? Also, the picture that they had for the game where it showed Master Chief standing and there was like a reflection of another Spartan-looking thing. Wondering what the hell that's all about.
Well, I know they were talking about like Guardians.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, the Guardians.
There's that. And rumors of like possibly, I doubt this one, but possibly like other Spartans coming out of nowhere that thought to be dead, but they might come back to life. Like Chief might discover one or two Spartans that might help him out. I doubt that one. That one's kind of a ballpark type of random rumor.
Yeah, that would be a little weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, because I mean, in the books there were other characters.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever read any of them. But,
I read some of them. And I mean, it's cool to have like a fucking army of Spartans, but what I think now that Cortana is dead, especially, because there was such a big quote unquote connection between Master Chief and Cortana in Halo 4, like they were building on that relationship like crazy.
Like
in Halo 4.
As though they were like about to like bang or something.
If she was a fucking like robot, a synthetic,
he would have done it.
Yeah, they totally would have boned. But now that she's gone, I hope that they just take the concept that now he kind of the lone Spartan that has, he's angry now. He lost probably his closest friend.
Yeah. He's lost like all of his friends if you think about it.
Yeah, technically speaking, he's lost all of his friends. So now he's basically alone.
Yeah.
So I would like to see maybe a less composed, maybe not, to the point of where the dude's like fucking breaking down and punching holes in the wall every time a fly lands on his face. But, I'd like to see him, at least less composed. Like, as an example, if someone would be like, hey, fucking, can you go kill these people? I'd be like, fuck you. Or something like that. He's not as cooperative, but he may end up doing it anyways because it may benefit him, either because he's pissed off and he needs to get off some rage, or he figures something out that may assist him into whatever he's fucking trying to do.
That would be interesting because at the end of Halo 4, he seemed down.
Yeah.
Like all depressed and shit.
The dude's depressed. Like, build on that. Like I said, I don't want to see a fucking crybaby Master Chief.
No, watch. Somehow they're gonna bring Cortana back just because.
I know.
You gotta have the happy ending, I guess.
Which pisses me off more than anything, and I honestly hope that they do not.
Oh,
that
God.
they just stick to their fucking guns. Like, yeah, bitches, we killed off Cortana. What now? But
I'm just waiting for it. They're gonna like have some kind of hint that Cortana's back to life, and you're gonna be in the middle of the game and just drop the controller. Like, I'm done.
And that's probably what's going to happen. Like, that'll probably be what drives Master Chief through the game. Maybe, like, these Guardian people come up to Master Chief and, like, we know about your friend.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. It's like, either, like, the Guardians do that where they're like, there is a way to bring her back, blah, blah, blah. You just do what we tell you to do.
Yeah.
And then the entire game, you're the Guardians' bitches. Bitch. Yeah, there's only one chief.
And maybe you become the actual bad guy because maybe the Guardians are an actual, we don't know anything about them.
No.
They could just be fucking assholes that are like, yeah, I'm going to take over this world.
That's true.
So maybe they could dangle that like in front of them. Like we
Yeah,
can give her
you're
back
like the
to
little
you.
puppet. Yeah, okay.
For those of you that can't see, I was doing a little dangling motion.
The dangling, yeah. Video podcast coming in the future. But no. I mean, that's the good thing. That's what's crazy about Halo 5. There's, I'm dying. A million things that could happen in this game. And I mean, we've only gotten, what, a fucking teaser
Yeah.
and a beta to the multiplayer, which doesn't answer any fucking questions. But just a teaser of him walking up to this giant-ass fucking robot, having a hoodie, a pretty awesome-looking hoodie, and that's it.
And a cracked helmet.
And a cracked helmet. That's it.
Well, his visor's cracked anyways, maybe not his
yeah,
helmet.
that's all we saw. So we're just like, that's Halo 5. Okay.
If anything, it does show us maybe a little more haggard Master Chief because of the crack in the visor.
Yeah.
He's
that's
usually
true.
so clean and pristine. Now he's got a crack. Maybe he went through some shit.
That's true. God knows what he went through. Maybe he just, he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. Or he just grabbed a rock and bashed himself in the head because he's so pissed off.
That's kind of what I was picturing. Like, fucking binge drinking and then rams his face into a wall.
Cortana! Boom, boom, boom. The guy's depressed, He's just trying to release.
Let it out.
Let it go. Yeah.
Oh, God. Now I
along.
want to punch you in the face.
All right. Well, we'll probably talk about a couple more games and then we'll cut it there and we'll wait for Matt and Ed to join us to talk more about these.
Fair enough.
For the last couple, make it interesting. We'll do Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm fucking excited for that game.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that game fucking, oh, yeah, we're working on it. Never mind. It's just as bad as Final Fantasy 15.
It's supposed to come out this year holiday, from what I've heard. It's supposed to.
I'll believe that when I actually see something on it, more than just Kingdom Hearts 3 and like a
Coming
shitty little
soon.
trailer.
Coming out when it's ready. Like fucking Mirror's Edge 2 did that when they last year at E3. It's like coming out, ... when it's ready. It's like, wow. I can't wait, pre-order.
Right. I'm going to
Fucking
kick you
A.
in the nuts. Don't show me
That was
if you're not
fucking
even
stupid.
ready.
But, I mean, if they bring it to E3, I think there's a pretty good chance that it's going to have a release date. Unless it already has a release date. Let me double check. Last I heard, it did not have a release date yet.
There might be like rumored release dates, but I don't think there's going to be any.
Maybe. Let's find out. For Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't think it has a release date yet. No release date yet. Sad face. So, that's what I keep hearing, though. Holiday for this year. I really hope so. Am I going to get it for Xbox One or PS4? Not sure yet. PS4 is going to be prettier, but Xbox is going to have the achievements. I like achievements. I might get it for PS4, and worst case, I can always rent it for Xbox if the achievements are easy enough. But
They're not going to be, dude. It's
I
an
doubt
RPG. When has an RPG ever
but
had
Kingdom
any type
Hearts
of-
is a friendly RPG.
I don't care. What RPG
So-
have you played that is easy to get all the
They
achievements?
might be nicer to you. RPG that's easy. I mean, it was time consuming. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It wasn't difficult. It just takes a long ass time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't hard. It's pretty much beat the game, beat all the guilds, and that's it. And beat all the DLC. That's really all you got to do. It just took a long fucking time. I think it's like over 100 plus, 120 hours it took me. No, I'm not a speedrunner. Nowhere near. I actually just sat back and enjoyed the game. But, yeah. So, maybe Kingdom Hearts will be like that, Perfect it. I just hope it's nothing stupid where you have to, like, beat every boss with a specific high rank or not dying the entire game. Something retarded like that. I hate those fucking achievements.
And I've actually been seeing those achievements pop up a lot more recently.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Don't die throughout this whole thing on this difficulty, or
That sucks.
use this weapon to defeat this person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Use
they're
the
popping
pea
up a
shooter
lot.
to defeat the fucking Goliath. How fucking fair is that? Ugh. I know there's strategies and shit. I don't like strategy. I like to just play the game and beat it.
Right? Let me play how I want to play it, because that's the strategy I have.
Exactly. My strategy is to win. I don't need anything else. Fuck you. Ugh. All right. we have a couple more minutes left, and the next we'll stop right here with this one, which I saw it on the list, and I'm like, once again, it's kind of like Gears of War. Why are they making a part 4? Mass Effect 4. I thought it was done.
Well,
I haven't beaten it yet, but go ahead and tell me. It's fine.
I won't spoil anything for you, but yeah, the war is over. Technically speaking, what I haven't found out too much about Mass Effect 4 other than they're planning on making it a hell of a lot bigger than Inquisition. They're supposed to be having like photorealistic graphics. They're actually hiring a lot of people. Well, maybe not a lot of people, but they're hiring some actual specific writers to create very believable characters. And as far as when it takes place, I keep getting kind of mixed information. I haven't read too much on it recently, but it's either going to take place alongside of when the war was going on, but just in different areas.
Oh, okay.
Or it's just going to take place after the wars are already over with, and you're basically continuing a completely new story.
I gotcha. So Shepard may not even be the character.
Shepard's story is over.
Oh,
He's not going to be showing up in the new game.
See, now that makes sense, because I was wondering, like, I thought it was done. How the fuck are you going to make a part 4? But now, if they kind of do, like, a side quest, hopefully nothing stupid like a fucking prequel or whatever.
No, I know that was what used to be rumored was it was supposed to be a prequel, but at this point, I don't think it is anymore.
As long as they don't butcher the ending and get sued again.
I think they learned, and from at least my time with Inquisition, they did pretty well with it. And I know, at least from what I can tell, they kind of consider Mass Effect kind of like their baby. So they put a lot more time into it.
Yeah.
They do well with Dragon Age, but with Mass Effect, they just had so much more to it than the Dragon Age series did.
I still have not played any of the Dragon Age games. I really want to. I mean, are they linked like Mass Effect, or it's all different shit?
No, they can be linked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Age 1 and 2 can be linked together. Now, granted, you won't exactly have the same characters in each one.
Oh.
Similar to Mass Effect, how you kind of have different companions each time, but there may be cameos. Same thing for Dragon Age 1 and 2.
Oh.
But how with Mass Effect, the choices you make kind of stretch over, so you may see cameos of certain characters if they manage to live, or, you know, there may be like callbacks to choices that were made and things like that. So it kind of happens the same in Dragon Age 1 and 2, and it even happens in Dragon Age Inquisition. You can actually see kind of how some of the story developed with certain characters based on the choices you made.
Oh, right on.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think Mass Effect 4 is going to connect per se with the trilogy that has already been created. It might if it's a sequel.
Yeah.
But they already said that they're making this a completely different story from Shepard.
I mean, if it somehow ties in the same timeline with Shepard, like, let's say you're doing this while Shepard's somewhere else in another planet doing that at the exact same time, I think it would be interesting to kind of link your games with what you've done for the first 3 games, somehow link it to that game. Like, let's say you let somebody die, then suddenly, boom, it shows up in part 4 saying like, oh, so-and-so died by doing this. That would be kind of I mean, they wouldn't have to do a full crazy link, but at least have a mention. That way you can kind of throw in cameos like that. I think that would be kind of a cool way to do it.
That could be pretty interesting.
It would be kind of tricky to kind of link it maybe. I mean, I think it's all linked with your, don't you have like an email login you have to do in order to link all the games?
Yeah, an Origin account.
There you go.
If anything, I think they actually landed on a pretty good gold mine with the Dragon Age Keep, because that pretty much lets you save the timeline of your games that you've done.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to, you can actually change up the timeline to change some of the key choices that are in those games to different choices, and those will actually reflect in Dragon Age Inquisition. So I think they actually landed on something pretty good with the Keep, and if anything, if they wanted to link the first 3 games, Mass Effect, to Mass Effect 4, That would be the way they'd go about it.
That would be a good idea, actually. Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait till E3, I guess. We'll see.
I would love to see Mass Effect 4. I would love to.
I would like to as well, as long as it's not a prequel.
If it is, I will fucking murder.
Same thing with Gears of War, as long as it's not a prequel. Like I said, there are some games that, have a lot of questions to answer for me. Like I said, I'd like to see how Borderlands 3 will look, what new shit they introduce, Fable Legends, after you explained it, I would love to see how Fable Legends will be. What the hell's going to happen with Halo 5? I hope we get a full trailer, not no bullshit teaser with Master Chief in a hoodie. Thanks.
Clothes are nice, dude, but I want more.
Yeah. And then Mass Effect 4, what's going to happen with that? What the hell is it going to be? Please no fucking prequel, please. I really don't want one.
I don't want one either.
If it's a side quest and somehow you can link it to the first 3, great. I'll fucking take that. I'll take. Yeah. I still have to beat part 3, and yes, I know part 3's original ending is horrible. Unless you download the free ending, that's great.
I recommend downloading the free ending.
That's what everyone tells me. I probably will, but yeah.
Otherwise, you'll probably want to punch a hole through your TV. Like, I fucking spent all that time for that shit.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, and like I said, we'll for next week's podcast, we'll be back. Hopefully, Ed and Matt will be joining us.
They better.
Yeah, they better. Freaking being adults and banging stuff and stuff.
Hey, you know what? We were adults too, Carlos. We went to work today. And we still had time to do this shit.
Very true, very true.
We're dedicated to you people.
We do it for the people because we love you.
That we do. I don't know you, but I love you.
Oh, Ernie. I'm going to take that as being a part of the people that you love.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Wasn't pointed towards you.
All right. But for now, we will call it a day. And, we will be back next week to finish up the rumored games for E3. And, we'll talk about other stuff, too. Like you and I, Ernie, we will talk about why we hate Ed and Matt for not being here.
Okay.
And the return of Ernie Knows Sports. Is it Knows Sports or Love Sports?
I don't fucking know. I know I don't want to do it.
Yeah, we'll be back for that one as well. Yay.
Woo-woo.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
Okay, that's a wrap. As always, check out GameDibs.com for all your gaming news. All right, now get out of here so I can pwn some noobs.